morning, students. Welcome to Standard 8. Hope you all are fine and safe at your place. I am Miss Arjuna, your science teacher. Students, all of you know that nowadays many countries in the world are suffering from corona. Do you know what is the main cause of this disease? Yes, it spread due to COVID-19 virus. But what is mean by virus? Whether it is a plant or animal? No, it's neither plant nor animal. It is a kind of microorganism. So let us study more about such microorganisms in first lesson Living World and Classification of Microbes. Before we start the lesson, can you recall what is the hierarchy for the classification of living organisms? Hierarchy means steps by which we can classify living organisms. Answer is kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus and species. Who invented binomial system of nomenclature? Carolus Linnaeus invented binomial system of nomenclature. Which levels of hierarchy are considered while writing the name in binomial nomenclature? Genus and species are considered while writing the name in binomial nomenclature. This all you have studied last year. Today we are going to study biodiversity and need of classification. Biodiversity is variety of plant and animal that exist on the earth. Last year we learned that all the living organisms on the earth have adapted according to geographic regions. For example, animals in snowbound region have dense hair all over the body to protect from cold. Food ingestion means process of taking food, defense, etc. While adapting, many differences are observed in the organism of same species too. Students, do you know why there is a need of classification of living organisms? According to 2011 census, around 87 million species of living organisms are found on the earth, including land and sea. To study such a vast number, it was essential to divide them into groups and subgroups. So groups and subgroups were created considering the similarities and differences among the living organisms. This process of dividing living organisms into groups and subgroups is called biological classification. But do you know who has invented the process of biological classification? Carolus Linnaeus in 1735 divided living organisms into two kingdoms, Vegetabilia and Animalia. Haeckel in 1866 considered three kingdoms, Protista, plants and animals. In 1925, Chatham created two groups, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. In 1938, Copeland divided living organisms into four kingdoms, Monera, Protista, plants and animals. Robert Harding Whittaker was an American ecologist. In 1969, he divided living organisms into five groups. For this classification, Whittaker considered following criteria. First, complexity of cell structure. According to the cell structure, organism is classified as prokaryotic and eukaryotic. Eukaryotic cell contain nucleus and cell organelles. Prokaryotic cell do not contain nucleus and cell organelles. Second criteria is complexity of organisms. Organisms are divided as unicellular and multicellular. Mode of nutrition. According to mode of nutrition, organisms are classified as autotrophs, for example plants, heterotrophic, example animals, saprophytic. Organisms that feed on dead organic matter are called saprophytic organisms. For example, fungus. Lifestyle. Depending upon lifestyle, living organisms are classified as producers. For example, plants. Plants are called producers because they produce their own food. Consumers, for example, animals. Animals cannot make their own food, so they need to consume or eat plants. Decomposers. Decomposers are organisms that decompose organic matter. For example, fungus. Phylogenetic relationship. Phylogenetic relationship is based on the evolution of life and shows the genetic relationship among organisms. For example, prokaryotic to eukaryotic, unicellular to multicellular. Let's have a look at this figure of 5 kingdom system of classification. Living organisms are classified into prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes include unicellular organisms which are included in kingdom Monera. Eukaryotes are unicellular organisms or multicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms are included in kingdom Protista. Multicellular organisms includes kingdom Fungi where cell wall is present but organism can't perform photosynthesis. Multicellular organisms also include kingdom Plantae where cell wall is present and organisms can perform photosynthesis. Multicellular organisms also included in kingdom Animalia where there is no cell wall. Kingdom 1 Monera. Monera is the kingdom of single-celled organisms without a cell nucleus. Monera are the most primitive living things. Try this activity. Take a small drop of curd or buttermilk on a clean glass slide. Dilute it with a distilled water. Carefully keep cover slip. Observe it under high power of compound microscope. What did you see? You will see moving small rod-like microbes. These microbes are lactobacilli bacteria. They are included in the kingdom Monera. All type of bacteria and blue-green algae are included in the kingdom Monera. Characteristics of kingdom Monera. All the organisms are unicellular. They may be autotrophic or heterotrophic. These are prokaryotic cells without distinct nucleus or cell organelles. Kingdom 2 Protista. Protista is a kingdom of unicellular eukaryotic organisms that are not plants, animals or fungi. Try this activity. Prepare a temporary mount of 1 drop of pond water on a glass slide. Observe it under low power and high power of microscope. You will find some motile microbes. This one is amoeba. Amoeba moves with the help of pseudopodia. This is called as paramecium. Paramecium moves with the help of cilia. Characteristics of Protista. Protista are single-cell organisms with well-defined nucleus enclosed in a nuclear membrane. They have pseudopodia or hair-like cilia or whip-like flagella for locomotion. They may be autotrophic like Euglena and Volvox which contain chloroplast or heterotrophic like amoeba and paramecium. Kingdom 3 Fungi. Take a moist piece of bread or bhakri and keep it in a container with a lid for 2 to 3 days. After 2-3 days, a fine cotton thread like tuft is found growing on the surface of the bread. Tuft means bunch or collection of threads. Prepare a temporary mount of few threads from this culture and observe it under the microscope. You will see colorful growth on the bread which is made up of connected thread structure. Characteristics. These are non-green eukaryotic heterotrophic organisms. Most of them are saprotrophs. They feed upon decaying organic matter. Their cell wall is made up of tough and complex sugar called chitin. Some fungi are thread-like and many nuclei are present in the cytoplasm. Example of fungus are Baker's yeast, aspergillus means the fungus on the corn, penicillium and mushroom. Hope you all understood the topic. Thank you.